This episode features a lot of activity in the markets. The market looked so wonderful last night that I couldn't sleep. Boy, oh boy. We set up these items and prepared them for use. XRP touched, tested, and broke, but it failed to close above resistance. We will discuss this and our next steps. Bitcoin invalidated the downward region of the following push section as if it were not going to occur. Bitcoin has not yet reached its lowest point. We expected the price range of $57,000 to $60,000 to be your peak, folks. The bottom has been reached. Purchasing possibilities you may ever encounter. You may think that Bitcoin is great, but we've fallen short. I understand. Hear me out, it's a completely unique phenomenon that no one could possibly account for in Germany. They're down at them. They could have earned a lot more money if they had simply held, but we immediately returned to that range, which is the lowest we'll ever discuss. When will Ripple's $1 million donation to the Solana Triangle occur? It's going to start, people. We are near. I sense that Twitter is making a comeback. I'm very excited about the feelings, the spirits, and all the vintage Ripple and XRP videos. Now let's get started on this. Bitcoin, 63, 64, and Ethereum, ETH, are currently up 2.41%, or almost 2%, over the last 24 hours. Yes, USDC is still trading at 99 cents per XRP, but USDT is approaching its dollar peg. Friend, 545 cents. The fact that it's up to date pleases me. 2.46% glance over the past 90 days, there has been an increase. 10% over the previous 30 days. 9%. I adore the way this item appears at the resistance level right now. 44 by 56 cents, people. We've passed 56. Can begin discussing aiming for 66. When that breaks, we return to the big 75-cent level that we have been discussing and advocating for the previous 7 months of cryptocurrency history. Currently, the markup is $2,355 billion. The ETFs on Ethereum go live on July 23rd, which makes it a crucial day that might mark the beginning of an overall upward trend in altcoin prices. We'll see how much capital is invested in these ETFs on Ethereum. Remember the moment the first Bitcoin ETF hit the market? What were our observations? Don't worry that Ethereum ETFs begin on July 23rd. The price of Ethereum is visible. We witnessed a price decline, but it later rebounded, and history suggests that we might see the same thing with Ethereum here. People should be on the verge of panicking and losing confidence. But then we rise again, which could be the start of a bullish pump for all coins. That's my desire. If you haven't established yourself on Tumblr, consider this. I'm still offering the discounted price. I'll be too busy to update, why won't I? Be sure to take advantage of the cost effectiveness. $30 for 40 ounces, $25, and 30 ounces the whiskey congeals. The whiskey gets people. They were completely sold out. They may have sold out, and whiskey sets will be available in 3 days. They are now back in stock and will be available in just 2 days. Place those in order. I'll probably try to sell them. Tomorrow we have the koozies, so go grab some supplies. Why? Don't get ready for the bull run, people. James Murphy has placed John Dion and his small group. The law of metal. Well, guess what Ripple gave away? I wish Dion all the best. They truly want to remove Elizabeth Warren from her seat, and they have committed $1 million to it. I'm hoping he gets rid of her. I'm hoping he becomes redder. Thus, she was first making fun of her. I'm pleased to discover that Ripple, a $1 million donation, can make a big difference. It's unclear how this will affect his campaign. I'm in favor of John Dion's. I was a resident of Massachusetts once. I still have friends in Massachusetts. Warren is toxic. I missed this story on a small ticker over here, but I have to go. Here's where cryptocurrency traders look for clues in the Solana's triangle pattern. Says according to Fairfield Techniques, Sol's daily chart displays a triangle consolidation pattern breakout with a signal pointing to the continuation of the overall uptrend. Here's the chart. Let me try to make this explode. Refuses to let us in. I'm sorry, but I guess we can still have a little chop in here. From 120 to roughly 145, the chop remained visible. Since my breakthrough, I've been preaching about the current price of 157. I have been encouraging everyone to visit Solana, regardless of their feelings about it, whether they dislike it or love it, because we are profiting from it. That is the only thing you should be concerned about in these markets right now. It is profitable, and that's what we're striving to achieve. Solana has grown by 15% over the last 90 days, and roughly 4% over the last 24 hours. I predict that this will soar into the $300 to $400 region, and we'll be looking at that as a 10-15x increase from here. I anticipate that this bullish cycle will end for all coins in 2025. Will you give it to me 10 or 15 times? You've got my money. I'm convinced about the value of Bitcoin, folks. As the price reaches $65,000, analysts explain the rally by citing the most recent increase. Today, the Japanese company Metaplant revealed its acquisition of 2.87 Bitcoin, valued at an estimated $1.25 million. With this transaction, their total holdings now stand at roughly 225 Bitcoins. Furthermore, what we are witnessing is that Metaplant has released a $6.2 million bond to increase its Bitcoin reserves. Institutions and businesses are increasingly purchasing Bitcoin. Germany's mistake of selling all its Bitcoin was disastrous, and now institutions worldwide are buying it and paying attention. All things considered, Bitcoin will reach 100,000 by the end of the year. After that, we anticipate a rise to approximately 160K, with some margin for error. Before we break 74,000, the fun won't begin, so buckle up and prepare for the fun to take off. We're getting there. In a moment, I shall declare please pardon me once more. I firmly believe that the range of 57 to 60,000 represents your last opportunity to purchase during the low points. Do you believe all market coins have seen their worst? Who knows what the future holds for the majority of these altcoins, some of the worst coins available, and even joke coins. When we discuss cryptocurrency on these channels, I'm not focusing on it. Were we talking about the majors? We're not discussing these memes here. People, let's put it this way, what if I were a buyer planning to purchase a pub? Folks, this is what I have my eye on. My average dollar cost is about $20. For me, it will require a lot of work. However, I believe I have done the necessary calculations to reduce the cost. I believe I can get almost $1 for that. I believe we'll get a 10x and an R, so I'm going to be thrilled. We'll see. At the end of the day, I would give this a $10 rating. Upon completion, I would have anticipated a higher ICP. The ICP has recently experienced a significant increase. The chain link costs more than my budget. This is from about 3 months ago, and I'm not going to touch it with polka dots just yet. I'm closely monitoring Avax's purchase price, and I believe Cardano is another significant one. A 6 Cardano cycle is evident. I genuinely do. As you can guess, it is currently sitting at 43 cents. Both the XRP and the Cardano start at 4,050 cents and rise to 6, or possibly even double digits. People, by 2025, you will need to wear a smile on your face wherever you go. Keep a smile on your face for a full year. After that, we will receive this from Amazing Crypto and closely monitor his analysis, which has consistently been accurate throughout. Once we reach this milestone, we will proceed. We'll postpone our discussion of Ethereum and ETF news until the next video, so we can concentrate on XRP news. In the interest of time, he asserts that labeling 58,000 as impulsive within our shorter time frame invalidates the scenario. The play that he discussed in his July 11th video is below. He stated in the video that he believed the optimal buying range for Ethereum to be between 2,200 to 2,700, which is directly below two identical lows, and can currently meet the HTF demand. I discussed how, in this instance, it makes sense for a bit of company to front-run the corresponding zone of its own, finding support at weekly demand above 50,000. One could argue that our local highs were likely merely another attempt at liquidity manipulation. Currently, given both possibilities, the LTF impulse of 58K may be our lowest point. You're told 57 to 60. I put a mark on it. Since Ethereum is below Bitcoin, we'll start at the top when we dust off this chart. The fact that our is at the bottom of Bitcoin could start an upward trend. I agree. In fact, I believe that 57 to 60K represents the lowest amount. I'm uncertain about the completion date of this video, but I think it concludes here. Bitcoin will continue to exist. This madman is pushing Bitcoin further with his reckless actions. This move is not linear, it will take time to complete. It's not quite time for these assets yet, and as I mentioned earlier, it appears that it's time to move on. When it was time to transmit it, Dark Defender revealed his chart and warned you in yesterday's video that if you didn't watch it, there wasn't much place left on this thing. We presented you with a Bitcoin XRP chart. We pulled up the chart and compared it to what we actually showed you. Every time XRP reaches this area on the Bitcoin chart, from the 2017 bull run to the 2020 to 2021 bull run and the current period, it signals that the time is right for XRP to start rising. We checked the area of resistance, which was at roughly 56 cents because we were running out of time. It remains at 56 cents. We currently need to surpass that level. If we break the 56-cent mark, we'll shift our attention to our next significant resistance zone, the 66-cent region. This might all occur in July. It's crucial to pay attention to what the adults are doing this week. If we get a push during the day, we can push XRP up to around 55.5 or 56 cents, which is close enough to 256 when we start getting into our evenings. However, as Asia begins to awaken, XRP will rise to the 60 level, which is the amount you should be paying. Right now, it's only down a tiny 0.15%. Pay close attention to what I say. Put it in writing. Attach it to the refrigerator with a pen. I'm telling you, people, this is the right time. Now is the moment.